y'all know why I'm dancing? Come on in the room. I'm dancing to no music because I gotta, getting this body right, and we're gonna be dancing on TikTok. So I'm just getting it right. You know what I'm saying? Just okay. So I'm just getting ready for like TikTok and posting on TikTok and stuff like that. But we're here with another video, man, and we definitely going to be talking about it today, and we are off tomorrow, so we are able to dive into some topics and when it happened in real time. So we thank you. So we was just over there on Station Head, talking to the audience, and we still live on Station Head. Let me bring these people over here. Station Head people, we're gonna see y'all over there on YouTube. All right, good log off over there because we need all the numbers over here on YouTube. All right. So I want to say that, and I got me a new shirt, got some new clothes from Fashion Nova. They came by, and I didn't even know that Fashion Nova was going to deliver to my house. Usually, I get stuff delivered to my PO box, and I was, so I got some new outfits and stuff like that. I wear a size 3XL T-shirt, and so my house smelled good. I got my carpet shampoo, but guess what? It's still a pop stain because I had soda or something, and he didn't get that off my carpet. So I'm gonna have to call them and say he didn't get that spot off, or I'm gonna have to call, you know what I'm saying, another cleaning company to get it because my apartment is flawless and clean and everything. So it's looking good, and we're looking real crispy over here on the Wiley Show. Real crispy. So what I'm doing, y'all see that it's just a white wall. It's just white. So what we're trying to get is some artwork on the back for the back wall, some artwork. So if you're an artist, any artist that I should definitely do it. We just need some artwork because I just really, really want some artwork. It's completely white. I did not like the green screen because over here on Station Head, the green screen doesn't be working like that at all. The green screen is not really good. So we definitely got some topics that we're going to dive into. Let's get into the show. All right, Ray J and Princess Love, if that's her name. She was saying that Ray J wanted her to she would do threesomes with Ray J, and she would do the threesomes with him, and it took a lot out of her doing those threesomes. And I was like, for me, threesomes can be a problem because I remember I was doing a threesome and with a couple, and the boyfriend got mad because his boyfriend and we were really getting it in, and it's like he was like, man, he kind of like kicked me out. So a threesome does not always end well because typically you're gonna have more chemistry with somebody. It ain't like you're gonna be equal. Somebody's gonna get more peen or yoni than the next person. So you got to be very careful, doing the threesomes. And Ray J is a freak. I don't know why Ray J wasted his time with Princess, and I don't know why Princess wasted her time with Ray J, because he is a hoe. He's very hoish. He loved to be with multiple women. He loved to drink. He feels himself. So that would have never worked. So in that relationship, Ray J always cheated on Princess, even though Ray J is the brother of Brandy, but he's the type of person, he's not a good husband, in my humble opinion. That's just in my humble opinion. He's just not a good husband at all. So I really would tell you, like, when you do a threesome, it would like showcase how insecure your lover is. Because if your lover, if you out here, doing a threesome and then the other person is really, really getting in, your insecurity is going to show. So that's why I say don't do threesomes unless you're ready. Now, when I'm single, you single, we get into a whole group session, that's perfect. But I'm saying that if you get into a marriage and you say, well, Wiley, I want to spice up my marriage, I want you to come in and screw my man. Your man might leave with me. You know what I'm saying? He might literally leave with me and just leave and you be dumped. So you got to be very careful with threesomes. Though it is fun, I've been in a couple, it's awesome. I actually got to replace my bed. I brought a brand new bed, got to replace it because it got broke. The thing broke down, the wood and broke down, all because I was having multiple threesomes. So I got to get the bed. I got to literally get me a brand new bed. Hell, my gaming chair got broke because I was doing some stuff on the gaming chair and that got broke. So, you got to be real careful with those threesomes. Okay, real careful. I've done it, and it's fun. And that's when I was, slimmer. I don't do threesomes now because I gained some weight, and I think I had a big person that I was doing. I had a big person doing the threesome. He's like a big guy, and he messed up my bed. So you got to be real careful. And I did it because it felt good. I like threesomes. I do. I really like threesomes. I love it. I love me some threesomes. I love threesomes are good. The more the merrier. I love a good old sessions. Okay. I love it, man. I'll be bop. Oh man, it's definitely legal. So we definitely get it in. Okay. I would love to have another threesome, but I'm gonna get my body right. So right now, I'm not worried about threesomes and stuff like that. But back to Ray J and Princess, y'all just need to be separated and continue. Just divorce them, man. Get your money. You already got kids. You already got your golden ticket. Not once, but twice. I think y'all got 2 kids or 3, so you good to go. Okay. What's the next topic that I want to talk about? Ressie G is a this is a weird reality series. This guy, me and him was very intimate. Y'all already know the story, but he was fired from Gemini Films. He was working with Chasing Reality, and he was fired on Chasing Reality because he produced the show Chasing Dallas, and so he was fired from the show. And I was going to post a statement, but it's so small, so I'm going to read it. It said this: I just want to clarify before this becomes a thing. The retreat, the come up Dallas isn't happening on Gemini Films anymore. I decided to step away for reasons that we talked about in private. Reasons why I'm saying something publicly is because I don't know how other people found out and started to spin a story. But yes, I stepped away from wanting to move forward on working together, wishing nothing but the best for everyone that was involved. I have no hate in my heart. I would not accept disrespect towards me from anyone in the general moving forward. Like I let things in the past slide. The minute I feel disrespected from cast or crew, that's it. It's clipped. By the way, this isn't a bash Ressie post, just to clarify, so don't spin it. Sir, CEO of Gemini Films, when you write a statement like that, of course, we the media gonna spin it too. What happened? Why did you fire Ressie G? Let us know. When you write a statement and Ressie G no longer work with Gemini Films, the media like myself got a question. I got a question. Why did you fire him? What was the conversation that y'all had in private? Why did you release a public post? And I did see Ressie G. He was on TTV Network, and he really didn't answer the question. What really happened? Did he eat up the staff food? What really happened? What really happened? Did he beat you up? Did he sleep with your man? Did he want to sleep with you? All right, what really happened? Don't release no statement and then don't tell us the tea. Like, don't give me something to be like, okay, don't try to spin it. No, you wrote something. Why was Ressie G fired? Let me know. I would like to know. Okay? Why was he fired? You wrote the statement. I didn't write the statement. You wrote it. So come back again. Come on the Wiley Show. We're going to be reaching out to you in the email. And I want to get you to come on the show, Gemini Films, so you could give us an idea, give us the real tea of why you fired. We will be reaching out to Ressie G. And we're going to be asking Ressie, why did you got fired from you got fired from Chasing Reality, and you also got fired from Gemini Films. So obviously you the problem. And what I want to say about Ressie G, and I say this humbly, create your own channel. You don't need to go on Gemini Films, Chase Reality. Create your own Ressie G Productions. That's one thing why I admire about Markel. And shout out to Markel from his show that he have out. He created his own YouTube channel and it got viewership. The Millennials of Dallas, I believe that's the name of the show. And he had the mics hooked up. He edited. It was a good cast. He had Trey Romack, or was it Trey? He had one of the younger guys interviewing the cast. He didn't say, well, let me go work with the Wiley Show and bring it on the Wiley Show. That brother Markel said, hey, I'm going to release this on my own YouTube channel. And that's why I respect her. Ressie is trying to work with an established brand But it ain't gonna work like that because you have your own idea. They have their own idea. If you really want to be a boss, then be a boss by creating your own channel. Then start from the ground up like everybody else. Don't try to start with get a head start. It's not gonna work like that because if you already got fired from Chase Reality, it's a good chance that you're going to get fired from Gemini Films. So right now, we should be expecting your own YouTube channel where you post and you go live and you release your shows on your own YouTube channel. Though you may not get the numbers that you're used to, but you got to start off from somewhere. Okay? You got, because I don't want you coming over at the Wiley Show because again, me and you might butt heads. So it might not work. Your vision might be different than my vision. So I hope that you listen to what Wiley is telling you, because I know they're sending this to you. They listen to what Wiley is telling you by sending that to your own self by building your own channel up. All right? That's what you should do. And I say that humbly. I like Chasing Dallas. I like that. I like that show. I like The Retreat. That was a good show. Very entertaining. But now it's time for you, Ressie, to create your own channel and put your shows on there. Then you got to worry about getting fired. Moving right along. You ain't got to worry about you're fired because you got your own stuff. All right. Oh, God. Cherie Whitfield. Did I get her name right? Cherie Whitfield. Cherie Whitfield got a website and she's selling clothes, very expensive t-shirts with her logo and everything like that. People was coming at her and I'm like, wait a minute. Why y'all coming at Cherie Whitfield? You ain't complaining to Gucci. You ain't complaining to Prada. You ain't complaining to these white-owned labels. So if she want to sell a t-shirt with her name on it, if she want to sell a t-shirt with her signature, she can. Why y'all complaining just because she's selling a t-shirt for $40, $50, $60, $80, $90, $100? Nothing wrong with that. That's her money. And guess what? It's going to be somebody out there that's going to purchase it. Why is it that black people want to talk down to this black woman, but you ain't talking down to these other brands that charge 20, 30, 40 times the amount and they get it made in China for about $2, but sell it to you for $600, $700? Y'all ain't complaining to those brands, so don't come at Cherie. Don't. Her teacher, when I talked to a lady, she did have to get the iron. Hold on, y'all. Let me show it. Okay. Give me a second, y'all. Hold on. Okay. So, though you may have to iron her shirts, get you an iron. My friend, he had one of the t-shirts on. I went to Walmart. I got an iron. Woo, and I just put it over the shirt. Got some starch spray, sprayed it, and it was crispy. Just get your iron. Don't complain. If it's a little wrinkle, put that hot iron on it. There you go, and you won't get no complaints. So people need to stop that. Now I know I brought this prop out, but I'll just give you an iron. If it's wrinkled, iron over the wrinkles. That's it. And pay your $400 for a t-shirt. Let me see these prices. Hold on. Let me see these prices. Let me see. Where's our website? This is nice. I'm trying to find her website. Do y'all have her website? Okay, here we go. We in business. Okay, let's show this because people are saying that it was wrinkled. Let's take a trip to that way to She by Cherie. There you go. You can get your for $40, $42. You can get the hoodie for $252. This ain't bad. Two piece, and I don't see no wrinkles. I don't see no wrinkles. So I don't see a problem. Go ahead and get you some merch. And people gonna buy it. Okay. I'm gonna buy me some products over there. I bought something for Fashion Nova. That ain't black owned. So I'm gonna go to her site and buy me a hoodie. What's the problem? Support black business. She's a black woman. She's attractive. She's submissive. She listens to her man. She cooked for him. I hope she do. Does she cook for her man? I don't know. I don't know if she had a relationship, Paul. You had that you had that in the thing. So I don't know if she got a man. Oh, is she single? Because you had it in the writing. So I don't know. You said submissive. So is she single? Is she in a relationship? Is she in a relationship? I don't know. But you show had it in that said that she's submissive. So I don't know. Okay. You let me know. Is she in a relationship? Okay. All right. Make sure y'all go get them products. Is she in a relationship? So we definitely going to be supporting her. Okay. Because I know she have a prison. See, she's committed. She got a prison pay. She's allegedly saying Martell Holt. Okay. Very submissive because Martell is a masculine man. He wants a submissive wife or a submissive woman. Okay. So hopefully it'll work. Okay. Well, let's move on. I'm at the end of the show, I'm definitely going to be buying some products. Okay. Now, this guy, Nori. I listened to this man on the Breakfast Club, and you guys, I never seen a man get up there and so scared and shook. This man was so shook on the Breakfast Club apologizing. You should have heard in his voice, yeah, I just want y'all to understand, I interviewed Kanye, and man, I ain't mean to do it like I love all people. It was people in the room. They said he ain't say nothing wrong. We had two Jews in the room, and they didn't say nothing wrong. They ain't say nothing wrong. That nothing was wrong, and stuff like that. I interviewed Kanye, and then he wanted to have Kanye. I did not talk to Kanye, and Kanye was very apologetic. And then Charlamagne said, well, you should have took the video down. You should have took it down. And all that, yeah. Because now George Floyd family is suing, Kanye West for $250 million. And because $250 million. So they're suing that. And so Kanye been going on these rants. Kanye been going all the way, to his own YouTube channel. He just went on another man's YouTube show. He was apologizing. He went on his YouTube channel. This man clearly is weird. Anytime you see President Donald Trump to say that Kanye West is weird and he needs help, you in trouble waters. If the president of the United States, the man that get up there and lie like it's so easy, say that you need some help, you in trouble. Okay? And people interviewing him for the ratings. Yeah, Paris Morgan. Thank you. Paris Morgan's out there. Then he apologized to the Jewish community because he was losing deals. He lost a lot of deals because he was ignorant. Very, very ignorant what he said. And then once he started losing his bank account, Chase shut down his accounts, and then he got shut down from Instagram and Twitter. Now you want to apologize. You should have never said nothing negative towards that community. And stop grouping everybody in the same box, Kanye West. And what are you doing for the Black community? Now, I did see you was out there passing out White Lives Matter t-shirts to the homeless, but how much money have you been putting in the homeless pocket? That energy needs to be going to helping Black people. What is your Black ecosystem? What are you investing into the Black ecosystem? How many Black businesses do you invest in? Why don't you have your account in Black-owned banks? Why? If you sow for the culture, if you sow for Black America, how many Black people have you made millionaires? How many? How many Black families have you taught how to do credit so they can become homeowners? How many? What are you doing to help Black America? Okay? You want to talk about other groups of people, but what are you doing for Black America? I'm ready. Okay? So, you want to be disrespectful? You already know you're going to get shut down. Look at what happened to Nick Cannon. Look at what happened to Mr. Farrakhan. I have to pull it back from that because Mr. Farrakhan, he was grouping people in a box, and shout out to Cornel West. He was like, you can't group all of them in the same box. That's wrong to do because you're not gonna like it if you just group all Black people in the same box. Oh, Black people is in gangs. That ain't true. I'm not in no gang and I'm Black. All Black people sell drugs. That ain't true. I'm Black. I don't sell drugs. So you can't put everybody in the same box, sir. You can't. You can't disrespect a religion because you mad because somebody, an individual, disrespect you, and so you're gonna just disrespect the religion. That ain't right. I've had people that was Christian that disrespected me, but that ain't got nothing to do with the Christian faith. That one individual did something to me that I had a problem with. You want to group people in the same box. That's not good, Kanye West or Ye. All right? You already wealthy and successful. Put that energy into helping Black America. And if people say I'm with the get along, go along, get along, I'm with the being smart. And if I had Kanye West resources, I would be helping invest into Black America, making sure those millions go into a Black-owned bank. Making sure I help fund Black hospitals and Black underserved communities. That's what I've been doing. If I had the Kanye West type of money, I refuse to go on an interview just to disrespect the religion. I would be putting my money where my mouth is to the Black community, helping Black folks to become millionaires. And if I sound control, then music make you lose control. That's your opinion. I'm giving my opinion. And then you can always call in and give your opinion. Just like I had a problem with Tasha K, but I'm not going to group all Black women with Tasha K because there's some great Black women out there. Just because you had a bad experience with an individual, don't group everybody in the same box. That's what I have to say about that. So the Nori, you should have never interviewed him. Never should have had him on the show. And you need to stop smoking and drinking so you can pay attention when things go on controversial, that you can check him right then and there. Don't try to smoke and drink when you're doing an interview. Because you do that, you allow the guests just to spew foolishness. You should have never had him on the show. You should have invited the Wiley Show on there. And we could have had a debate. You should have brought Roland Martin on there. Why you didn't bring Roland Martin on there? Let's talk about his book, White Fear. How the Brown of America is making white folks lose their mind, written by Roland Martin. With Leah Lickens. Why you didn't have Roland Martin on your show talking about white fear? Get somebody with an education that is helping Black America. So, Drink Champs, get it together. I'm going to send y'all an email and invite me on your show. because I like to drink and I am a champ. Let's move on. Oh, child. 50 Cent and his son. I didn't even see what he said about his son. So give me a second. Let me see if I can find out what he said about his son. Bear with me, you guys, because he did respond to his son, Marquise. So, because I've been at work, so I didn't get to see what he said, but he did respond to his son. So let me find the highlights of it. Both of them look identical. Don't they look good, you guys? Beautiful black people. Okay, 50 Cent said his son will never be satisfied no matter how much money he gives up. If you give somebody $1 million and they have zero respect for you, how much you think you have to give them before they have a little bit? Okay, 50 Cent opens up about his relationship with his son, and he said his son's mother has been irresponsible with the child support money, and he has given over the years, and now they're bashing him for it. So I understand that, and we read his book. We read it, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. We read Curtis Jackson's book, and Marquise' mother was being irresponsible because 50 Cent tried to talk to the mother, and the mother was like, well, you already got the money, so I don't need to work. So she was being irresponsible, and then she was trashing 50 Cent to Marquise, and that's why Marquise got this built up anger with his father. He think that his father should just give him money just because he's rich. You got to know how to spend the money, and you got to know how to invest the money to become better. And I remember in the book Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter, 50 Cent wrote that, he tried to give his son an idea to open up his own sneaker company. And then he said he was going to get the sneakers on wholesale, he could sell it for a profit, and he could become a millionaire. Marquise did not want to do that. So now Marquise want to complain on social media. But shout out to Marquise because he's going to be on the show on Buy Us, Buy Here Network. For Us, Buy Us Network. I believe Marquise is going to be in the movie. So we're going to see how this is going to play out. Again, I'm not coming hard on Marquise. He have a problem with his father, and hopefully that 50 Cent in Marquise can get to a place where they can have peace and they can talk. Okay? That's what I think. Okay? And we love it. And we love, like I said, we love both 50 Cent and his son because I follow his son on Instagram. I left him a voice note. Many people thought I was being hard, but I had to leave him a voice note. I had to. I had to leave him a voice note because I left him a voice note because I felt like Marquise was being ungrateful. And if your mother did not use the child support appropriately, then you need to have anger towards your mama, not towards 50 Cent. But 50 Cent, try to have a conversation with your son. Try to have a dialogue with your son because we, the public, don't need to see this in the public eye. Y'all should handle this private because the more and more you give it to the public, the more and more they're going to pressure y'all to be at odds because people are messy. So I will continue to support 50 Cent. I'm not going to unfollow him. I love watching his shows on Stars. I think he's an incredible artist, and I think he's an incredible producer. He's a great guy, and he's a good actor. I just want to make sure that he get his son together. Thank you so very much. Now, we at the 30-minute mark. Okay, y'all. Hey, will you come on in the room, like the video, share this live, like the video? Okay. Yes, like the video. Like it right now. All right. Like the video. Let me check my title to see that I talked everything that I wanted to talk about. Bear with me. Oh, okay. That's gonna be the topic too. Like the video, just y'all like it. How we doing the likes? Come on, y'all. Like the video. Make sure all my receipts are in here. Oh, we got one more topic that we got to talk about too. Here we go. Prince. Oh, guys, I knew I forgot something. The Prince of South Beach has been arrested. Christopher Harty of Love and Hip Hop was picked up for allegedly beating up his girlfriend and stealing $7,000 from her in Miami. That is his mugshot. And many people were saying, I thought he was gay. Maybe he is. That's probably why he beat women, because he probably want a man to beat up that back end. So he is definitely in jail because for stealing $7,000 from his girlfriend. And I just think this is ridiculous. And I do believe that, it's not our place to kick him out of the closet, because if he is in the closet, it's not our place to kick him out. It's not. So when people try to come at him, I don't want people to come at him because it's not our place. All right? But that does not give you the excuse to be kicking women, beating up women, and stealing money, Prince. That doesn't. I remember you went live. Let me scroll on over to see where your picture is at. Okay. I remember you went live and you was just being so disrespectful towards Armon, and you called him an F word. And you was calling him that. You was being homophobic. And now here you are in jail. Locked up. They won't let me out. Now you locked up. That does not make any sense. You keep your hands to yourself and give that woman back her $7,000. And if you in the closet, it ain't my responsibility to kick you out. So that ain't my business. But it is my business. You put your hands on a woman because you don't have that energy for a man. Why you ain't put your hands on Tory Lanez when he not mollywopped you in the face? Stop trying to be all big and bad with women, and then you're a wimp when it comes to men. Stop it, sir. I'm telling you the truth. Stop it. That's not cool. I don't have no respect for a man that put their hands on a woman. I have no respect for a woman that put her hands on a man. I don't think that's cowardly behavior. That's not cool. That ain't cool at all. True. That ain't cool. Beating up women, like, where you do that at? But then when a man mollywopped you, you ain't got no energy for that man. I'm gonna sue you. You put no hands on me. But then you got all that energy for a woman. That's a coward. Women are to be loved. Women are to be protected, not to be abused and attacked. Let me get off this subject because it's making me mad. Do I have his Instagram? Let me see. Do I have Prince Instagram? I'm going to leave him a voice note. Do I have his Instagram? Do y'all have Prince Instagram? Can somebody send it to me? What's his Instagram? I'm trying to find it. Well, I can't find it to leave him a voice, so I can't find it, but we'll do it on the next show. All right. I wanted to leave him a voice note. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it, because y'all moving a little bit too slow. I'm trying to find it. Is this it right here? I think I found it. Okay. Okay. What's up, Prince? This is Wiley. I would love to talk about you because I did hear, and by the way, you look good in your mugshot. That you were arrested for stealing $7,000 and beating up your girlfriend. I would like for you to come on the Wiley Show and tell us what really went down. I'm willing to pay you $500 for an appearance. Hit me back up. Peace. Okay. Oh, I remember that. I remember when he was dogging Armon in these DMs. I can't read it because that's private. I mean, I'm not even gonna rehash that. I'm gonna leave that alone. But I remember he was dog. Ooh, he was cussing out Armon in these DMs. I ain't gonna read it though. But we definitely left him a voice note. Okay, we definitely left him a voice note. He looked good. He looked good on that mugshot. I would have bailed him out if I would have known it. I could have bailed him out. Yeah, you look good on that mugshot. I should have said that to a straight man. I apologize. I shouldn't have said that to a straight man. I apologize. I shouldn't have said that to a straight man. I apologize. Oh man. That is straight man. You're supposed to be saying that to a straight man. I apologize saying it to a straight man. When they say he ain't straight. I apologize. I do. I apologize. I apologize. I ain't been saying it to the straight guy. I apologize. But I would have bailed him out if he would have asked for it. I could have bailed him out. If his bill was $100, I could pay $100. I could pay $100. But I do apologize. Give me a second, you guys. Okay. Thank y'all so very much. Now, tell everybody we about to get to this Jason Lee, Armon Wiggins. We about to get into it again, you guys. Okay, I get kind of nervous. But today, you had a lot of YouTube. We definitely talking about, let me make sure, tell me what the editing. Okay, we definitely going to be talking about Armon Wiggins and Jason Lee. They have literally, well, on Armon's part, but both of them were trending on Twitter. But Armon Wiggins have officially broke the internet. He had officially broke the internet. All right. And he was discussing Jason Lee. But before we get into that, we got to talk about Akbar. Akbar sent a threat. Lord, send this to Akbar. And I really liked her. But she's just so ghetto. I just don't. And this is why she's single, because she's masculine, ratchet, and ghetto. She's probably a closeted lesbian. But she decided to threaten Armon Wiggins. You know what I'm saying? Threaten Armon Wiggins. And I want to screen share. And I know y'all won't be able to read it because it's probably small, but I want to share it. Just don't understand. Like, she ain't got no talent. She can't even rap that good. And this is what I don't understand. Let me see. Where is that thread at? Okay. So Armon Wiggins posted this on his page. And we catches everything. Okay, let me take our picture down because I want to show y'all this. Okay. Armon Wiggins said, Akbar, are you threatening me over my opinion? This is the second time I'm starting to feel from my live ATP. This is not okay. And so Akbar said in that message, let me see if I can read it, you guys, so y'all can see it. Let me go to my Instagram. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram because we do post over there on Instagram stuff that goes on in the blogs. So Akbar said this: at this point, you're getting paid to talk about me. I can't wait to see you face to face, to really holler at you. What am I dragging? I don't know how you play, but ain't nothing to talk about when a person tell me to dig my dead mother up, talk about my kids, post a tape of me that I didn't give consent to post, and etc. So when I'm in an interview and that's being brought up, you're right. That's what I'm gonna say. I didn't get questions beforehand. You just don't like me, and I'm okay with that. But I got men for men. I'm a woman. So she threatened him because Akbar decided to take her tacky food stamp having ass on the interview talking about Cardi B. Akbar, you should have redirected the interview. You should have redirected the interview. This is what I'm not understanding. With that energy, you should have redirected the energy. You didn't have to talk about Cardi B. Why are you not talking about the Queen remix? Why? The Queen mix. You should have redirected the question. When they brought it up about Cardi B, it was like, hold up, we ain't gonna be talking about it. We talking about we gonna talk about the Queen mix. When I'm on there with my girl Nicki Minaj, the Queen. I ain't got nothing to say against the old girl. She knows what she did. It is what it is. We talking about the Queen mix. I will have redirected the question. You have no media training. You could have went over here at Wiley University and we would have taught you how to do interviews. And don't come up here trying to send threats my way, ma'am. That ain't gonna work. Okay. because you are a celebrity. If you can't take criticism for Armon Wiggins or from the Wiley Show or for anybody, quit trying to rap because people going to talk about you. Learn how to ignore people. You always want to argue and go back with folks, and then you don't even really get that clout because I went on your Instagram, you get only a couple of comments over there on Instagram. Don't nobody really fool with you like that. You can't even drop an album because it won't sell. You should be embracing the Armon Wiggins show and going over on that show, and you would get a lot of clout because he always go viral. So I'm not understanding that. Get it together. You are a beautiful black woman, but your attitude is stank, and that's why you single. That's why you are a single mother, because of your attitude. If you put more energy learning how to be submissive, you would have you a good man at home. But you're too masculine. You're too hood for me. Give me that feminine energy. I'm just keeping it real. And if you don't like it, if you block me off Instagram, no problem. Get it together. Want to threat our mouth for what? He's a blogger. It's his job. You ain't gonna threat CNN. You're not gonna threat MSNBC. He's a commentator. It's his job to talk. If you got something to say towards Armon, come on the show. Bring your best wig, put on your ruby red lipstick, bring your earrings, go on his show and sit down and do an interview. And if you want to come off the Wiley Show, you're more than welcome. We will send you a Greyhound ticket. We will do a one-on-one interview. But we're not dealing with these threats. Like, come on now, that's childish. That wasn't even called for. Why would you threaten him? Because he literally told you the truth that you got to talk about Cardi and not even focusing on your record that you got with Nicki. He ain't lying. Now, we'll send you a Greyhound. I know you're used to taking a Greyhound. Or we'll send you a flight on Spirit Airlines. We will invite you to the Wiley Show studio while we will interview you. Want to threaten somebody. Make no sense. We would definitely sit on Spirit Airlines. That's all she do is go live on Instagram and can't really get an audience like that. She's just upset because Armon got her together. All right, let's move on. So now we're gonna get into Armon Wiggins and Jason Lee. Y'all do know that they have been beefing all over social media. Armon Wiggins did a live, and he just dragged Jason Lee. So I went on Sherelle's World. She is a YouTuber. So Sherelle's World is a YouTuber on YouTube. And she was doing a live and pretty much defending Jason Lee, talking about Armon shouldn't burn bridges. And so I'm listening to this. So I hit the link and said, Armon did burn a bridge. Jason Lee was never a bridge to Armon. I was talking about it. And then I told Sherelle, I said, listen, sis, you burnt the bridge with a real housewife. Let me see if I can bring that, because she's being sued right now, Sherelle's World. She's talking about like she's Mother Teresa. She's talking about like she don't do no wrong. But if you go allaboutthetea.com, Diana Jenkins suing blogger Sherelle's World for lies and defamation. Real House of Beverly Hills star Diana Jenkins plans to sue problematic YouTuber Sherelle's World and other bloggers. The blogger went on a month-long tirade on her YouTube channel, making numerous false and defamatory statements about the Room 23 author. The false claims included labeling Jenkins a sex trafficker, a prostitute, and a madam, and repeatedly reference to the Real Housewives of Potomac, Real House of Beverly Hills star as a hoe, the main hoe in charge, a Beverly Hills pimp, and claims her book Room 23 was a book of Jenkins, Johns, and prostitutes. Okay, so you did all that talking about Armon Wiggins burning the bridge. Here you was burning bridges with the Real Housewives, calling somebody a prostitute. So you acted like you don't do no wrong. I can say, well, why you burning bridges over there at the Real Housewives? You shouldn't do that, because they ain't gonna invite you to host a reality show. They're not gonna invite you to come and come to the Bravo convocation that they just had in Houston. We could argue that you burnt that bridge. And the only reason why Sherelle's World was talking about and defending Jason Lee is because a day before yesterday, Jason Lee donated to her not $100, not $200, not $300, not $400, but $500. Jason Lee super chatted to Sheree's World. So you was only defending Sherelle's World because you was only defending Jason Lee, Sherelle's, because you got money from Jason Lee. Just say that. Just say, look, I'm on Jason Lee's side. He donated to my channel. He gave me $500. You know, Armon Wiggins is wrong. It is what it is. It just weird. And so Armon jumped to the chat. And so I came on the live and they was like, oh, Wiley, we're being mean. No, I was just being real. I was just being real. And I'm going to always be able to give my opinion. Okay? You got paid. He sits super. And then as soon as the topic come up, Armon is burning bridges. He shouldn't burn bridges like that. Why would you burn that bridge? You might need them in corporate America. You know, man, please. Jason have stolen from Armon Wiggins' looks, stolen his swag. I literally was posting dogs when he posts dogs. All that stuff that Armon painted this picture of Jason biting his style and Jason being disrespectful and talking down on him. Some people need to be told off. And if that bridge is burnt, let it be burned. Burn it down. Oh, you burnt that bridge with Jason. Jason Lee ain't no good person. Not how he handled Armon Wiggins. It was terrible. The way how he yells and yells at his staff is disrespectful. So saying that he burned a bridge, I respectfully, humbly disagree with her. Because Armon Wiggins did not burn a bridge. What he did was, let's just say he burned a bridge. Okay. He created new bridges. He created a new expressway. And people got mad. Why are you suddenly defending Armon Wiggins? Because in this situation, he didn't do nothing wrong. He was a victim of Jason Lee narcissistic ways. We all about supporting the victims. Some bridges are supposed to be torn down and broken. And Jason Lee was one of those bridges. Because he never wanted to help Armon get on that bridge and take him to the next level. Anytime Armon wanted to know about the business, Jason Lee pushed him off. And when Armon was finally spoken up, said he wanted to be paid for his services because he get paid on YouTube and he does this full time. This is how he feeds his dogs and his family. That's when Jason Lee wanted to be mad and actually unfollow him and then order his staff to unfollow Armon Wiggins at the same time. So then Jason Lee posted this on Twitter. Last night, I had 15,000 people talking about me. It's up and it's stuck, gagging. But what he failed to tell you, those 15,000 people that were talking about you last night were dragging you. And the views that you get, it wasn't even a lot of views that you got. Then Jason Lee posted this. I heard I'm trending and the people are claiming Cardi paid me to talk about her. Cardi has never paid a damn dime. In fact, Atlantic Records is the label that runs the least ads. Can we stop the narrative about her paying blogs? At least with us, it never happened. But you mad at Cardi because she never came and hardly did episodes on your show. You mad at Cardi is because she did not give you a coin that you wanted from Cardi and that you told Armon, according to Armon, that you told Armon that Cardi, you need to stop posting Cardi. She need to pay you for that. You were jealous of Armon's relationship with Cardi B, Jason. You didn't address that. Then there's some other controversies that's out right now on change.org. They want to remove Jason Lee from the Recording Academy. As you see right now, when I took that screenshot at 7:52 p.m., he got 11,325 signatures on there. They're trying to get it to 15,000 because they're trying to get him removed from the Recording Academy. And I do believe he needs to be removed, especially if he's trying to stop people bad. He's not really for black media. It's just all fake with him. So I hope he get it together. Having access to friendship interviews is a form of payments. Then why not say Nikki's name if it gets more views? Okay, I hear what you're saying. So many people said they want him deleted or want him booted off, and we're gonna see about that. Okay. Now back to Armon Wiggins and this whole thing with Jason Lee, and I say this humbly. Armon did something right. He got more views than Storm Monroe. He got more views than Tasha K. It just really went ultra viral. And many people were talking about, hey, you all should, not burn bridge. No, he got good clicks and views off of it. And he did right by talking about it because Jason was throwing shots. Where was this? What the folks that got it? Why y'all didn't tell Jason not to talk about Armon subliminally? He was. And then we learned more details that Jason was not a good person. So I'm glad that Armon actually exposed Jason Lee because that will make the next person not to become a victim of Jason Lee narcissistic ways. In the video that he did, that Armon Wiggins did, almost at 200,000 views. 200,000. And he did it with no guests, no Jaguar Wright. He did that off of himself with his own talent. He didn't even have Jaguar Wright on there. No guests. It was just him and the book that he burned and the subscribers to call in. He didn't have to interview Jaguar Wright. He literally did it on his own. That is true talent. He showed the world that you don't need to have a special guest to have a viral moment. You can be that special guest. You can be that special talent. And I understand about the business, but Jason is just not a good person to learn about business. You have to get another person to learn about business. Because I tried to ask Tasha K for ideas. She never helped me with an idea. The stuff that I'm learning now, I've learned from just a person I'm paying. So thank you, Armon Wiggins, for keeping up the good work. And even in the live that Jason Lee did, he wanted to say Armon Wiggins' name. He was on his mind because Armon was applying that pressure. And if I was Jason Lee, I would have canceled my show and I'd have went live tonight. You trying to go live the same time I go live? I'm gonna go live tonight. But it was very smart of him because they both was trending on Twitter. And I'm not trying to clout chase off Jason Lee. He's on the internet. He got roasted, and we're talking about it. That could have been just the same thing that when Armon Wiggins roasted Storm Monroe and it went viral, the same thing that we're talking about, the whole thing that Jason Lee getting roasted. And we're going to talk about it. Period, point blank. It's nothing wrong if you have a friendship with Cardi and you got to go hard on Nicki Minaj. So what? Who cares? That's business. I went hard for the people because I thought I had a relationship with Tasha. So I was singing the praise and I got coins from it, from my YouTube. So it is what it ain't nothing wrong with that. So we're gonna open up the phone lines and let y'all call in because ain't nothing wrong with that. Oh, you were dragging Nicki for Cardi. So what? And do we have a problem? This business. People drag Cardi on the behalf of Nicki. So what's the problem of doing that? Vice versa. What's the problem? Excuse me, what's the problem? Let's drop the link and then we're gonna do both tonight. Let's open up the phone line. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second while I get these phone lines open up. What's the problem? If I had a blog and if it make me money to be biased, then I'll do it. This is business. Ain't nothing like doing it. This is business. If that's what's saying in the street, nothing wrong with that. Give me a second while I open up the phone line. I'll drop the link Did I drop the link on Station Head? I mean on StreamYard? Let me know. I don't know if the phone line is gonna work, but let me know if y'all hear this message. Let me know. Let me know. Okay, we're gonna open up the phone lines. Hold on one second, because I know y'all trying to call in. Give me a second. All right. Hold on one second. All right, there we go. We are live. Make sure y'all click the like button. They said dirty business. We gonna let y'all call in. And then we got the StreamYard as well. Okay. Can y'all hear that? Let me know if y'all can hear that Blog Talk Radio sound. Because if y'all can hear the sound, then it actually works. If y'all don't hear it, then it doesn't work.
Your show now, press 1 to hear.
Your show is scheduled to start in 20 seconds.
Y'all let me know if y'all can hear that. Where it said 20 seconds, let me know if y'all can hear it. Okay.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
All right. The last 2494. You live on the Wiley Show.
Hey, Wiley, how you doing?
Doing good.
Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is Armon's show was a roast. Everybody knew ahead of time that he was going to roast Jason. So he got a lot of views. And I agree with you. Jason should have went live tonight because Jason would have gotten those same views because people would have tuned in just to see his response from what Armon said. But Armon did roast the hell out of him the other night. Okay. So that's all I have to say on that. And the next thing is, why you want to say something?
I really want to say something. You're right, because if he would have went live tonight, Jason would have had that impact because people's like, what do Jason have to say? That was very foolish for Jason to keep his show at the same time slot as Armon. Because if I was on Jason's staff, I'm like, bruh, do that show the next day or wait till Armon get done and do your show. But doing it at the same time ain't gonna end well for him. And then he could have had some props and do all that, but it just did not end well for Jason. Like when you look at those comments, man, they are singing Armon praise and dragging Jason.
And as it should be like that. But Jason still, the reason Jason didn't go live tonight is because he really doesn't have a response to the dragging that Armon gave him. So I guess he pretty much couldn't go live tonight because, I mean, there's really nothing to say after the dragging that Armon gave him. Anyway, the next thing is I agree with you also about Sherelle's world, her channel. I mean, she says a lot of things in the narratives that she pushes. A lot of times they seem like they're bought and paid for it, if you ask me. And another thing I don't like about her channel is when she is live on her channel and she has her guests on there, pretty much it's like everybody is almost on the same page. They're all saying the same things. And then when you get one person that disagrees with them, it's like all of them attack you at the same time. And it's okay if you disagree and then it's one by one. That's cool. Because, you know, if you can hold your own, you can knock them off one by one. But when everybody's, you know, coming at you, you know, that's not really cool. But I have noticed a lot of things that she says on there is problematic, and she does push narratives because I believe she's getting a check from somewhere from some people as well. Okay, so the next thing I want to say is the Akbar thing. Um, this is the problem that I have with people when it comes with Akbar and any other person that talks on social media or is going back and forth with someone. The very same things that Akbar said to Armon, the other night and before that are basically a lot of the same things that Cardi B says and argues and threatens people. But I just noticed when it's Cardi B, people don't hold her accountable. They don't come on live and check her and tell her, Cardi, you're really wrong for saying that. You shouldn't have done that or whatever. But anybody else, people go on there and they'll drag that person and say, well, why are you doing this? And, you shouldn't be doing this. When the person that really needs to be told that is Cardi B, if you ask me, because she's one of the worst people. And people have acted like they forgot how many times this woman has been in arguments on social media with people. And I'm not even talking about celebrities, with like fans and young kids. Cardi B gets on and argues online with kids that are like 16 and 17 as well. But nobody holds her to the same standard that they hold other people. Anyway, so I'm done with that. The last thing that I want to talk about is Jason and Armon again. Jason is a very conniving and sneaky person. And one of the things that I just recalled watching Armon's show was a point in Armon's video where he says that Jason Lee's team reached out to him and they wanted him to do gagging because Jason wasn't going to be able to do the show. And they said they wanted him to commit to doing the show on a regular. Well, they wanted him to come in on Tuesday, so Armon says he couldn't do that, so he had something else planned. So the assistant was like, cool, okay, that's fine, or whatever. And then Armon says to her, if you're going to want to make this a permanent kind of thing, we need to know about a budget. And I'm not saying what he said verbatim, I'm just summarizing it. And so then, I guess the assistant had to get back with Jason. So once it got back to Jason, then all of a sudden Jason reaches out to Armon and he tells Armon that he basically chastises him and then tells him that I was trying to put a show together for you. And this is how you repay me and yada, yada this and yada, yada that. Something just struck me about that conversation. Why would Jason all of a sudden, out the blue, without even talking to Armon, have his assistant reach out to Armon about doing the show gagging on a permanent basis without even talking to Armon? And they wanted Armon to start right away. And the reason I believe that they wanted, this is just my opinion now. The reason I believe that they wanted Armon to start right away is because I do believe Jason when he says he was shopping for a show. And he told Armon that I was shopping for a show for you. But it wasn't, I don't believe it was really like that. I believe that Jason was trying to sell gagging the show to the network with the person being the star of the show, Armon. But you can't do that unless you talk to this person that you want to do the show about this first. You have to talk to Armon about that, and Armon has to be a part of it. But the reason Armon was not a part of the conversation is because Jason is the kind of person that would go and sell that show and plan to have Armon as the person that's going to be, the star of the show, gagging. But he would structure a deal whereas they give him all the money, Jason, and then Jason hires people for the show. And from that respect, Armon was going to get the short end of the deal. He was going to get peanuts for it, while Jason got all the money. And what made me think about that, Wiley, is I remember when Armon said that Jason had got him to host some type of event, because Jason does put on events in California. But when Jason has an event, you can best believe whoever he's doing the event for, there's money involved, and Jason is getting paid. So just look at it like this. Jason has a contract with somebody for this club. They need a person to come host the event. And Jason says, okay, well, I have somebody in mind that, you host, let's do this deal. They do the deal with Jason. Jason supplies the talent. So he's supposed to pay the talent too.
Okay.
But
All
guess
right.
what?
Last point.
Jason,
I'm going to go to the next caller.
this is the last one. Jason not hires the person. He gets Armon to host the deal, but he never pays Armon, and he keeps all the money. That's what I believe that Jason has been doing to Armon and other people. And that was it. That was my last point.
Thank you
so I
so
want
very
everybody
much.
to think about that.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. 8544, calling you live on air.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay. I'm going to try not to be long-winded. No shade. So I wanted to talk about, I didn't hear your commentary on Ressie G, but I could imagine that she would get fired, because Ressie was trying to be the next Shawnee O'Neal, and I just really think that's silly to be a producer on a show and be a part of the talent. That's never going to go right. So I don't know why she got fired, because I joined your show late. So then I wanted to talk about Sherelle's world, because Wiley, I couldn't believe you mentioned her, because I had just been on Nosy Show that I'm really not subscribed to, but I was in the bushes. And Sherelle and her husband were on there, and they were saying Armon's going to get sued. Like he just doesn't know Jason's a millionaire. And people are like, what are y'all talking about? Sherelle is so out of touch. And for her to be such this so-called experienced YouTuber, I hate to be mean. She's a nice lady, but she needs to learn how to use a computer. And then because she's been in so many lawsuits, for you to be giving Armon advice and other YouTubers advice about lawsuits, before you go saying something that allegedly happens, her chat has to tell her, Sherelle, put your sign up, put your allegedly sign up. Lady, you've been sued 5 times. You don't know to have that all together. You have like 300K subscribers. You don't know to have that together for your show. Your husband is on there too. She's just ditzy to me. I don't understand why anyone subscribes to her. And then my final point. Oh, let me just go back. I know the chat's probably talking about me, but this is the other thing I want to say about Sherelle. When the whole thing with Nosy and Nikki started, this was in the beginning, and people were saying, Nosy, calm down, because Nikki's gonna sue you. People were telling Sherelle, I don't know if you know this YouTuber, So Deb. He got on there, he said, Sherelle, don't get into this fight. Let Nosy die on the sword alone. Don't get into this. Let her fight it out. Sherelle was being so kind and so gentle, but then tonight on Nosy Show, she's going all hard on the Armon and Jason thing. And now, little did I know from watching your show, I understand why she did it. It was because Jason had given her some money. Now it all makes sense, because I was going crazy watching that show, Nosy Show, and watching her just like she was Jason's fan club president. So that's what I wanted to say about that. And then final point about 50 and his son. When you mentioned that 50 gave his son, made a suggestion about setting up a company to sell shoes and blah, blah, blah. I think when that happened, I believe when I read the article, his son was like 14 or 15. Now, all of us know when our parents told us stuff when we were kids, even later in in life. We didn't listen, and I'm sure 50 didn't listen to what everyone told him. I don't know what it is, but maybe it's something like 50 looks at his son and hates something about himself when he looks at his son because they look like twins. But I just hope they get it together, because the son is not in the right either. And later on in life, the son is probably going to need his dad for more than financial support. And that's all I had to say. Thanks, Wiley.
Thank you so very much for calling in. All right, we're going to go to the next caller. 8679. 8679. Okay. Anonymous, you live on air.
Hey, I want to say this, Wally. I agree with you. Jason Lee should have went live the following day just to have it a little extra spicy. But I do want to say this. Armon Wiggins had a pattern because he read Storm for filth. Storm didn't have a comeback. He read Jason Lee. Jason Lee don't have a comeback. What is going on here? Is everyone afraid of Armon Wiggins? No shade, because that's what it seems.
That's what it's saying, because when he read Storm, he didn't clap back. Storm went over there shivering in his boots, went over there and bowed down to the man. That was very weak of Storm. That's what he did to the public. I'm just saying what the public saw. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He didn't respond. I actually was going to write out some jokes to Storm to clap back to him. He didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And Jason Lee didn't even.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned that.
So now it's just like Armon got 2 wins, 2-0 right now.
Absolutely, that's what I see. I also want to say, where is Cardi B? We want a statement from Cardi B.
I have no idea what,
because she's in this as well. We want a statement. How does she feel?
That's a good point. I agree.
love calling and being messy. Love your show, and you were great on the other on your interview that you did.
Thank you
Good
so
job.
much. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay,
All right.
You
Bye-bye.
said where's the state from Cardi? Okay, all right. 8666. You live on the Wiley Show.
Hi, Wally. How you doing?
Doing good.
Good. You know what, Wally? I was there when you called into Sherelle's show tonight. I was so fired up. I was in my room just talking to myself, howling and screaming at the TV, because I could not believe he was taking sides with Jason for what he did. At first I said, well, she don't know, but this has been going on for a while. You know what I'm saying? And he's been trying to get at Armon, and Armon held his peace for a long time. Then I found out that she got the $500. Then I figured it all came together after that. But I was so pissed off, I didn't know what to do. You remember that time when she was on her show? There was a lady on her show that came on her show, and they were talking about the young lady that there was a guy, he had overdosed, not overdosed, I'm sorry. They were taking some kind of herbal thing, and he got real sick, and he was having seizures. Do you remember that guy?
No, I didn't. Okay. So
he was having seizures.
Okay.
And so this lady came on her show, and she started talking about it. Well, what happened was, when the lady left the show, one day she had her own show come on YouTube, and she called Sherelle's show because they were on at the same time, and told Sherelle to shut her show down because she was talking about the same thing. Honey, Sherelle had a fit. Okay? She had a living fit on her show. And that was all I mean, she was cussing and calling all kind of names and all kind of bees and all kind of stuff. And I said, oh, really, Sherelle? Really? You don't go off like that too? I know she said she has went off before. and she got in trouble for it. But tonight, she just showed a whole different side.
Well, thank
A
you so
whole different side.
thank you
And that,
so much. Thank you so very much for letting us know that. Wow.
you're welcome, and thanks for letting me say my piece.
Thank you so much. Okay. All right. 0505. 0505. You there?
Yes, I'm here. How are you?
Doing good.
I just wanted to piggyback off of what the guy said. The reason why they don't have a response is because Armon came with the receipt. You can't clap back if there's nothing to clap to. And that's all I wanted to say.
Well, thank you so very much. Okay. Let's go to last four, 0235.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
Listen, I want to talk on Kanye for a second. I think that he does have a mental illness, but the problem is that he's not trying to seek right treatment, mental treatment. In his eyes, the way that he's getting treatment is by capitalizing off his mental illness. If you know Kanye is very business-centric, business-savvy, so he's going to do anything to stir up controversy to promote those ugly boots, Balenciaga boots, because those are ugly. But anyway, I want to talk about Jason and Armon. I think that Jason, he just opened a whole can of worms for nothing, to be honest with you, because Armon provided receipts and he dragged him for filth, and he had every right to. But my thing is with Jason is that he wants to throw rocks and hide his hands. He didn't need to go on that whole rant on YouTube 3 weeks ago. It was just unnecessary. If you feel that, because in my eyes, Jason feels like Armon betrayed him, along with the jealousy. But the thing is, there was no reason. He just feels like that for no reason. He feels betrayed for no reason. And my thing is that Jason could have left this all alone. He could have talked to Armon behind the scenes. Now it's all dragged out, and now receipts are getting thrown out there in the public eye, and it's just unnecessary. And I feel like it's going to escalate. It's definitely going to escalate. And I just have a feeling that Cardi's going to be dragged into it for no reason, because we all know that Jason was pressed about those Nicki posts. And then if Jason feels like Armon is leaning towards Nicki, boom, he's going to drop those receipts on the conversations with Cardi, the conversations with Armon about Nicki. So it's like, Jason, stop while you're ahead. Because Armon, if you're going to start it again, Armon's going to finish it. He's going to finish it, and you're just going to look like a fool. Because you're not on his level. You don't have the same talent as him, and you have a whole team behind you. And you ain't popping like that. So I don't know. You should just let it go and mind your business and focus on other celebrities. Same thing with Armon. And that's all I got to say, Wally. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. All right. Make sure y'all hit the like button. We are live. 2785.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
Hey, I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Hello? Go ahead with your statement. Go ahead. You live on the Wiley Show.
Okay. Sorry. Sorry. Hey, so he mentioned Kanye, and I kind of wanted to follow up on that. Did anyone get the tea that Kanye was dropping in that interview that he did? He had a lot to say, and he did mention like that him and Reggie was cool. And then I do recall like a long time ago, I don't know if you remember like the Consequence guy that he was cool with. And Consequence mentioned like that Kanye was messing with Kim while she was with Reggie. And he's like, oh, Reggie's my brother. I was like, okay, that's some tea. But I just remember that. As far as Armon goes, I really was expecting what's his name to at least respond. It's just like he has nothing to say.
All right. We thank you so very much for calling in.
All right.
Thank you. Okay. 1287.
Hello, Mr. Threesomes. Okay. but no, I had to call in because did you hear what Howard Stern said about Kanye, that he is Hitler? That's a dog whistle for Kanye to be killed. And I think it's very racist, and Black Americans should be outraged. I mean, to compare Kanye to Hitler? Are you kidding me, dude? And People magazine ran with it, and of course, Racist Harvey at TMZ. It's disgusting. It's disgusting how they're portraying Kanye because they want him not breathing like they found Mike. Kanye said that a couple of years ago.
Did you finish?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you so very much.
That's all I wanted to say.
Well, thank you so very much for calling in. All right. 9867, caller, you're live on the air.
Hey, Wiley and chat. This is Rich New York. Wiley, why someone in chat call you Cynthia? Because you a flip-flopper. What's your response to that? Are you a Cynthia or not?
I'm the Wiley Show, and we will continue to be the Wiley Show.
Okay, I get it. But yeah, Wiley. So let me talk about this whole Armon stuff. Y'all keep saying that Armon is mad at Jason, whatever, because of the payment of the budget. Clearly, y'all missed the whole entire point of the whole entire 2.5 lives. The reason why Armon is upset is not because, well, that's a part of it, but because he tried to play in his face for almost a year. So someone you look up to as a mentor, or if they're going to put you on and you helping them, it's like a two-way relationship. And he's been using Armon, playing his face and trying to sun him. And the sprinkle on top is you not even trying to do the budget thing with me. Like, he showed several receipts why there's a problem. But, wow, this is so interesting. It's so crazy how when Armon was beefing with Tasha K, he was ready to drag her in months, like maybe a month or two. But with Jason Lee, he sat there and ate his whole food, okay, his little kibbles and nibbles, and didn't say nothing for the whole entire time. Why? What are you doing in the background? What's that rustling? Hello?
No, go ahead. Finish this.
Okay. I thought you was doing something.
No,
you're
go
not
ahead.
even on the TV.
Go ahead. I'm doing something right.
But yeah. Okay, no problem. But yeah, I find that very funny that now he decided to do that. So he was stunned, okay, basically, being a doja. That's what we call it, a doja, and he didn't do nothing. He was muted, okay? But he had all that yapping his chaps and gums to Tasha K, dragging her for months. Do you see how he was, and he even, and Armon even insulted his own entire talent. He said, I was happy playing number 2. Okay, he was happy. When Nicki came with that line in Motorsport saying, and then next thing you know, Cardi B was upset with that whole entire line, like, yo, you in the back or whatever. Basically, Armon didn't mind being a backside driver, okay? The backside driver behind the driver passenger side. He was okay being number 2. He even did his own talent. Like, yeah, I was willing to be number 2. I would never, ever say out loud, I'm happy to be number 2. Who deals with, who will say that about themselves? Like, hello, okay? But he got all that mouth for Tasha K, dragging Tasha K, because after Tasha K, did what she did, but yet took the whole entire abuse, abuse, from Jason Lee to kiss his little kid to get to the next place. Do you see the difference? See, the timeline he shows was 2021. 2021, he was stunned. He was bullied, and didn't say it, by a 50-year-old bully, almost 50-year-old bully. And the crazy part is, Jason Lee's, not with the bullying, because, people call Nicki Minaj a bully. I don't think she's a bully. But Jason Lee is similarly to Nicki Minaj in a way, with I can't say it because that's not, I'm a barf, so I'm not going to say that. But that said, though, Wiley, I'm happy he dragged him. And I'm happy he dragged him with proof. It would, like the icon said, it would have been useful for him for Jason Lee to come out with a response afterwards instead of being competition, because it just makes him look even worse now. But Jason Lee doesn't have proof. He's going to be rambling over nonsense. I didn't know. Yo, Wiley, did you know it was this much of a problem? Because remember we talked about it earlier on, like they have beef, and then Armon earlier this was like, no, why y'all trying to tarnish my relationship with Jason Lee? Y'all making up rumors. Do you remember when he came on that and on top of it he even cursed you? Wow, he even cursed you out. Remember when he dragged you on station,
I did.
You would and this happened recently. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all just hating whatever." Little did we know, quiet as it's kept. Now that is loud. That they had issues since 2021. So we did call a spade a spade. So we were right a couple of months ago when we were saying, yeah, they're not cool anymore, blase, blase, and then he's trying to fake the funk in front of us. You can't fake us, Armon. We peep it too. The Wiley Show peeped it as well. But now all you did is confirm what we all know was BS. Okay? Question, where are the lights? I don't know why Armon is big on these lights. It's kind of like, what's up with the lights? The lights not a big deal. You can get lights from anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I just hope, if anything, this is what I want to happen. I want either Cardi B or Nicki Minaj to take that little song that Armon made, the Pavia Check, remix it, and post it online for Armon. I want that to happen. And I honestly would love to see Kanye West hire Armon as a new social media for Kanye. I think that would be dope to really throw in the face of Jason Lee. Would you want to see that, Wiley? What do you think should happen with Armon's career?
I think that should be it. We will definitely see about his future.
All right then. So great show as always, Wiley. I'll be back in the chat.
Thank you. All right, 2494, caller, you're live on the air.
It's me again, Wiley. I'm just responding to what that lady said about we missed what happened. No, we know exactly how this started and what happened, but we just was talking about an aspect of what went on in the video. But one thing I do want to say too, we have to not look at Armon also, because it's like two sides to this as a victim. Because Armon is not a victim from the standpoint as it's clear from watching his live that he knew what was going on. And he allowed himself to be treated the way Jason treated him because he was hoping that he would get verified. That was Armon's whole goal and the carrot that Jason had, that he knew that Armon wanted. He wanted to be verified. And that's where the likes come in, because evidently that has a lot to do with getting verified. So, but Armon allowed himself to be mistreated, to be talked down to by Jason to get something out of this deal. And also in the receipts that Armon presented, there was a portion of a conversation that him and Jason were having about Cardi B that came from Jason that Armon scratched out in really black ink, so you couldn't see it. So there is some more tea here. Armon did not divulge all of it, and I do believe that Jason probably has some receipts. So I don't think it's the end of it. But Armon is not a victim. Armon allowed himself to be treated this way because he wanted something out of it. And he wanted something monetary out of it. Because if you look at being verified, that has a lot to do with you getting more money in your pocket. So, and as far as them trending on Twitter, that's been going on all day and stuff, and them going back and forth with each other, Armon came out and said that there was never any money changed hands, you know, with the situation with Cardi B and him and Jason. And Jason said the same thing, that there was no money, you know, transpired. But we have to also use our head and not be naive and stupid. You can get something without getting actual money. If someone puts you in a position where you can get a job, that's payment. If someone invites you to events that you want to go to, that can be construed as payment. So there's a lot of ways to get payments without getting money. And what was very clear in that video is that I don't trust Armon and I don't trust Jason, because it showed me that both of them are willing to do things for money and fame. That's what was really divulged in that video. The things that people will do for money. That also ties in with Sherelle. You said Sherelle was just talking positive about Jason Lee, and all Jason had to give her was $500. Everybody is for sale, and there are many ways that a person can pay you. And that's all I want to say.
All right. Thank you so very much. Bye-bye. Ciao. 8679. I'm sorry. 8679. All right, there you go. I'll try to get you on, but I guess you had some plan. But thank y'all so very much for tuning into the Wiley Show. It's good when people call back in, but like I said, man, Armon didn't do anything wrong. He was just reporting on the topic, and Jason Lee was extremely jealous, and even posting their receipts. I definitely, and I say this humbly, man, he showed us that the insecurities of Jason, and it's so sad that Jason that got money literally was threatened by Armon. But that just show you he saw something for Armon. He said, "Listen, I can't invest in this brother because he gonna wind up surpassing me." So that's just how that happened, and so it definitely got exposed. Armon did right by exposing it, and if you're mad about it, obviously you got to be a bitter person or blind or deaf, because clearly the message was crystal clear that Jason was definitely trying Armon Wiggins. So thank y'all so very much. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Thank y'all so very much. We're going to see y'all again with the next video. Again, if you want to contribute to the Wiley Show, our Cash App is $Marquise Wiley 28. Thank you so very much for the super chat. And if you want to contribute to the show, whatever the amount, thank you so very much. It goes right back into the channel. We just bought a new webcam, bought some new lights, bought some new shirts. We got some other stuff that we bought a new table. So your money that you give goes right back into the show. All right. Also, too, my birthday is right around the corner, November 11th. I'll be 32 years old. So if you want to contribute to the Wiley Show, you can donate to our Cash App, the P.O. Box. To the P.O. Box if you want to send shirts. I prefer shirts only. I wear size 3XL, and that P.O. Box will be P.O. Box 701122, Dallas, Texas 75370. Again, P.O. Box 701122, Dallas, Texas 75370. You can send a check or money order and make it out to Marquise Wiley. Thank you all so very much, and make sure y'all thumbs up the video. Make sure you all subscribe. Thank you so very much. Okay, we got another caller in here. 9867. You're live on the air.
Yeah, Wally, I just had to call and talk to your chat because they trying to come at me and they mad.
Don't come out the chat. You can just get a general statement because the chat gonna always say what they're gonna say.
Yeah, of course. I'm just gonna answer some questions. First of all, I do not have braces and I don't have retainers.
Okay, we're not talking about that. We're talking about that. We talk about the topics. It was just about the topic because we're not gonna respond to the comments. That's what they're gonna do. You just have to ignore the comments when you call in. Just ignore them.
Well, Wally, I did have to call in for 50 Cent and his son. So the thing with 50 Cent is that 50 Cent, because I forgot to talk about that. With the 50 Cent whole ordeal, I do think 50 Cent is acting a little bit harsh for his son, because I think, in my opinion, that the mother brainwashed him as a child and tarnished that relationship. But 50 Cent, in my opinion, is acting a little bit too tough on his son that's still learning. And I felt as if, in my opinion, $7,000 a month for a celebrity son is not enough in New York City. So I do think Marquise have a point, although he didn't do it correctly. And I think that's the issue. I think 50 Cent have all this money, and he always ignored Marquise, even when he was in his teenage years. And he's kind of like putting the blame on Marquise because of the bitter baby mother. And I think as a father, you should be able to like grow with your son, understand your son, and try to hash out the differences. And the fact that he's not trying to do that at all is very disrespectful and make excuses. I do think Marquise is calling out for help, And I would love to see them go to therapy together or try to improve that relationship because you just never know. 50 Cent did claim that what he earned is his money and, his son has to work for it. Something like that he mentioned. And I think that's kind of like wrong for him to have that mentality. I do think if you're a parent who already made it, although it is your parents' money, I feel like a parent should always give back if possible, and just to increase the generational wealth, and also to forgive his son, even if he was disrespectful, because at that time I think he was brainwashed by his mother. I forgot to mention that little tidbit today. That's all I have to say, Wiley.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. Thank you all so very much for tuning in. This is great. Great show today. All right. We're going to be in Atlanta coming up. We're going to be supporting Monique for the Monique Show. She got a comedy special. I can't wait for that. We're definitely out in these streets. So if you see me in Atlanta, take a picture with me, okay? If you want to link up with me in Atlanta, send me an email at wileyshow@gmail.com because we definitely going to be out there. Thank y'all so very much. I think I'm going to do my, they said, leave while you're alone, let them rock. Yes, leave me alone. Leave with it, rock with it, leave with it, rock. Leave me alone. I'm here. I worked all day today. And, it's just good to hear y'all thoughts. Sherelle's in the chat. We can drop the link. Is Sherelle's World in the chat? Is she in the chat? We can drop the link. We can drop the link. Does she want to say something? She want to say something? We are live. It's 800 people. Make sure y'all get out of the bush and like the video and subscribe. Is she in the chat? Is she in the chat? I'm going to try to get that picture. I'm like, Monique, I need that picture. Come on, Monique. Is she in the chat? They say Armon is in the chat. Is he in the chat? Oh, wow. I'm just saying, in the chat. All right. Thank y'all so very much. We will see y'all in the next episode. Peace.